Hello, folks. This is Commissioner RAPIER. Above the field, in the press box at Saber Central, getting ready for our second week in a terrific first annual Saber Crypt Bowl, and we're going to go over some scores from last week, make our predictions for the second week here. There's throngs of people coming in anticipation, and we are going to have some fun. Hang on to your hats. But first, a word from our sponsor. Yes, folks, we've all heard of the dreaded disease, RLS. Yes, restless leg syndrome. And there are drugs on the market to cure this. However, is it really a disease? We don't think so. The promoters of this drug are no friend of our sales managers. Now, we have sales managers from all over the country that have sent in money to have researchers come up with a prescription to offset this. And the name of that prescription is Release. Sales managers, go out and buy some Release today so you can release the legs of your salesman. Release those legs. Restless leg syndrome is an asset. That's how we go door to door, making that next call. Now on with the sports program. Folks, we get started with the first score. That would be the Ashland Steelers versus the Covington Bengals. The Covington Bengals swept past the Ashland Steelers 30-12. That's Ashland Steelers never got out in the second half. I recommend their coach go out and buy some Release. Now the next game, the Louisville East Titans versus the Frankfort Wildcats, who also had help from Danville. That score was the Frankfort Wildcats 24, the Louisville East Titans 18. We moved to the NFC East, and Louisville West Dolphins took on the Richmond Falcons. The Falcons scratched at it but couldn't get the cage door open, and Louisville West Dolphins swam to a victory. Louisville West 30, Richmond Falcons 18. Congratulations to Coach Helmenthaler. Then we go down to one of the fine games of the week and fine performance by Larry Marsh, coach of the Freeport Packers. The Freeport Packers took over lifeless Owensboro Colts, and they prevailed 39-6. Congratulations to you, Coach Larry Marsh. We had a cross-conference rivalry between the Somerset Bucks and the St. Louis Rams. And this was a sad situation for the Rams because the Somerset Bucks never looked back. Coach Johnson had his team flying 51 points to the St. Louis Rams 12. And then we go down to the NFC West where the Chicago Bears took on the Campbellsville Tigers. Well, they had a tiger by the tail because the Bears of Chicago couldn't handle those boys. The Campbellsville Tigers 18, the Chicago Bears 12. Big is not always good. NFC West, I want to get this game out of the way. Murray versus Paducah. We have always heard of ties like kissing your sister. Sounds like those boys had a family reunion down there over the weekend because we got Murray 6 and Paducah Pirates 6. Okay, folks. After a short break, we're going to hear from our sponsor again, and then we're going to move forward with the picks for the second week, and we're going to pick an upset special. Stay with us. We'll be with you shortly. Commissioner RAPIER back with a message from Release. How are your salespeople's legs a-hopping and a-skipping and a-jumping? We have a special this week at Walgreens Drugstore on a dozen Release pills at half price. You can buy these at Rite Aid, CVS, or Walgreens. So go get the Release and get going. All right, sports fans, as promised, the Commissioner is going to give you the picks for the coming week, the second week of the first annual Saber Crypt Bowl, and what a week it will be. We'll start out with the Campbellsville Tigers versus the Freeport Packers. This is going to be a tough one, but we're picking the Tigers to handle the Packers in a close one.